What are you doing up here? Bloody hell. I ain't seen you in a while. And you? Well, you've grown a little bit, haven't you, since I've been gone? Last time I was here, there was about 900 and something. Now there's one, look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 672, 673, 674, 1,315, 1,316, 1,317. Oh no, 1,316. No, 1,317. That'll be that John Adams pissing about again, won't it? Bloody hell. Well, yeah, it's been a while. Why are you in my loft? Anyway, come on, I've got some stuff to show you. You know the drill? Can you remember the drill? Grab yourselves a cup of coffee and meet me in the workshop. Let's have a well and truly needed update. Come on, let's go. Oh yeah, you can come with me too. Right, welcome back into the workshop. Do you know what? I've been planning on doing this video for a good few weeks now, and then I sit down in front of the camera and I've forgotten everything. Yeah, everything that I wanted to say, or everything. I don't know. Anyway, it's going to take me a little bit of time to get used to this again, so just give me a while, won't you, please? So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to address where I've been, what I've been up to, and all that sort of stuff. So when we left off back in January 2023 last year, I had just started to offer up the seat unit on the boosted Bitzer, my Turbo Bandit. Yes, this is a Turbo Bandit, but it's not my one. I still had the Harley as well. And that's gone. Right, so let's start from there. So with the Harley, so when I was building the Harley, the problem that I was having was the parts. As I was coming up to install parts, they weren't, either I didn't have them, they was broken, or, you know, I had the wrong parts or something like that. So every time I would set up the cameras and come out here to do some filming, I'd go to fit a part and the part was wrong. And I wanted to show you the whole process as well. So it was kind of like, I kept getting like these things that were drawing me back. So I decided to turn the cameras off and just crash into it and just get everything done and dusted. Which I did. So there's some pictures of it just sort of appearing up here somewhere, and I may even throw a little video in, which will be here. So Ryan was really pleased with the bike. There was even a few tears shed and everything else. Although we did actually do a lot of filming on the day of me driving back to Essex to deliver the bike, I was with my brother, Colt of Rust, and he was doing some filming for me whilst we handed it back. The only problem is that just before I handed the bike back, like about a month or so before I handed the bike back, unfortunately I started having some anxiety attacks. I started getting some anxiety, and this all started whilst I was in the tattoo shop of all places. I ended up getting up and walking out just before the tattooist was about to start. So that's one of the main reasons why I've been quiet, is sort of getting myself through that. Now this ain't no sob story, I'm just being genuine and telling you what's going on. So all the footage that we recorded on that day, unfortunately when I watched it back, I could see personally what a state I was in. So I wasn't, I could feel an attack brewing that day, and I was constantly trying to suppress it, and when I watched back through any footage, it just, I don't know, I just wasn't happy with looking at myself in that state, and I was kind of expecting this big weight to be lifted as soon as I handed the Harley back, but unfortunately it didn't. So, but we've got that under control now. I did also go and buy myself another little bike with the with the intention of getting out, still riding and things like that. So I bought myself a WR450F, which has been like a bit of a saviour for myself. It's been a completely different style of riding to what I normally do, and it's reconnected me with a really good friend. Well, we go out once a month now. We try and get as muddy and as filthy as possible, and we have an absolute blast, and that's really helping this. Anyway, so on from that, so the Harley went, that was great, and then I got another little phone call about this bike. So this is a 1200cc Mark 1 turbo Bandit. I believe it has some kind of Ford RS turbo just tucked underneath the rear seat here. So Ryan called me up and he was like, dude, can you sort out the front end of my bike? It did have standard 1200 shocks on it that were dropped through quite drastically. In fact, I'll put a picture of it up there. Actually, you can see the WR in the back of it as well. Anyway, so he brought it to me and said, can you tidy it up? So what I've done is I've fitted GSXR 1000 upside down front end forks, Takiko 6-pot calipers, had the front wheel powder coated, new discs up front with pads, new braided brake lines as well to get him to stop. Also on the other side, you can't just see it, but there's a Moto Gadget speedo sensor mounted, but I'll get to the Moto Gadget stuff in a second. They're actually GSXR 750 top and bottom yoke with a Bandit 1200 stem pressed in. There's a very low profile LED headlamp there, which is pushed as far back into the forks as possible. GSXR front lever, 750 top yoke as well, and I'm going to put some pictures just up here rolling through. So what I did is I took the standard top yoke. It had previously been drilled for risers to go on for Renthal style bars, so I had to weld up those holes. I then started welding on a plate on the top section, shaping it so that the Moto Gadget Mini, is it called, or whatever, you know, there's a picture of it there anyway. Basically, so the small Moto Gadget Speedo could go into it, and to be honest, it fits in there perfectly. I'm so pleased with that. Real bit of fabrication work there. I think it come out absolutely stunning. So that was the front end complete. Also, I have rewired the bike from front to back because the person that built it previously had just like cut, spliced and bodged everything into it. So honestly, there is a black sack over there full of wires. In fact, I may still have a picture. If I have it, it'll be up there now, and that is how many wires I cut out of this bike. That is honest. I've not added anything to that. That is just all additional wiring that has been taken out of this bike to get it running. I'm not sure how much boost it's running. Some kind of flat track rear end on there. How you see it other than the front end is pretty much how it come to me. A few small modifications that I've made to it, but yeah, basically this is going to be going back to Ryan today. He's on his way down now to collect it, and I'm super excited to give it back because I've been sort of plugging away on this, and it's given me a lot of ideas for my own bike, which I still have. Don't worry, I still have my Bandit. There's a few updates that I need to give you on that particular build. So I've still been buying components for it. It's still been sort of ticking away in the back of my head. It's still there, ready to be worked on, but I've just not been in the right place to do it. But trust me, with working on this one, I am well and truly there. I did take this out for a little blast yesterday, and feeling that turbo kick in, wow, it was awesome. It really was awesome. So I am desperate to get on with mine. That doesn't mean I'm going to rush it though. I'm going to take my time. I have just a couple of other little jobs to do. I've promised the wife that I'll do a little bit of decorating. She wants a new living room, so I'll get all that done, and I'll slowly start moving the bike back in. So you are going to see some videos coming back from me now. So that's great. Whilst we're on the subject of videos coming back and YouTube channels and that kind of stuff, one of the biggest things that I do want to say is, I know this is like, well, we're nearly, what is it? So 15th. So today's it's the last day of March. So we're nearly into April tomorrow. so that means we're nearly at a year already. For Simon Quick, whose channel I used to follow, and I'd spoke to Simon several times over the past couple of months, or sorry, the last months up until then. Basically, we all got that tragic news about Simon passing, and he had been such a help to me, giving me shout outs on his own channel. So I know a lot of you subscribers have actually come over from Simon's channel, as well as all the help and advice he would give me. We ended up exchanging phone numbers, talking several times, messages backwards and forwards, and he was really trying to help me get this channel to grow. So I'm going to give it my all to try and push it. So this episode, in memory of Simon, yeah, it's such a shame to lose such an awesome person, and the bikes that he was producing was absolutely amazing. So yes, anyway, on from that, I imagine Ryan's probably here by now, so what I'll do is see if I can get you out of this, and let's go outside. So let me just put this down a second. Oh, I have no idea if I'm in focus anymore, but what I need to do, oh shit, I need two hands for this, don't I? Oh, let me just put you down, let me just clear a bit on the shelf. Ooh. Where are you going? Over there, make a little bit of room. I'm just going to put you down on the shelf because it takes two hands to open these doors. Wait a second. Oh, here we go. Sorry, that's a bit fiddly, that is. Let's just shut it up. Right then, so fingers crossed. I don't know if I'm in focus or anything. I'm tripping over wires. Let's go see what he thinks. He should be here by now. Go round. Oh look, there he is. One Bandit loaded up. How did we do that? Look after yourself, dude. Yeah, buddy. See you later. See you later. Alright, off with one. I suppose all that's left now then is, I suppose, go back to the workshop, have a tidy up. Have a bit of a tidy up, maybe think about getting my bike back into the workshop, get some bits and pieces done on that. So yeah, oh, there's my new bike, WR450F, beautiful. Right, just go into the workshop. Oh, this was a bit of a fucking mess when I left it. What's going on there? Oh, I guess we're going to need an update on that, aren't we? That'll be the next video.